1027 WNEW, New York.
Ron and Fez, 1027 WNEW.
Hey, Allie.
Hey, Allie. Allie, you there, sweetheart?
I'm here.
Hey, baby.
Hi, how are you guys?
Good.
Good.
What can we do for you, darling?
Nothing. I'm just calling because I heard through the grapevine that Joe Poo has some, woman issues or something. Is this true?
You could have heard that through your radio last night. He was furious.
What had you so mad, Joe?
Because I don't like the fact that a woman thinks she's tougher than a guy. That's what it all comes
Right,
down
but
to.
here's the thing. Billy wanted to be smacked by that woman. That woman smacked him.
Madam Cold-Assad.
Everything was fine, and then you flipped out.
And Billy made me sick, too, for letting her do that.
And then you started screaming at the madam who was in here slapping Billy, which, like Ronnie said, he asked for it. And you started yelling about women have no place doing any of this stuff.
No.
In fact, they shouldn't even work.
Women should not be presidents, and their place is in the home.
Where does that come from, Joe?
Archie Bunker.
In the year
He's such an
2002.
angry young man.
And why do you draw the line of president? Can they be congressmen? Senators?
Yeah, that's a crappy job.
All right, so all you're worried about is a woman president.
What about vice president, like Geraldine Ferraro ran
Nah, that's
for?
ridiculous.
I don't know.
And why is that? I mean, not that I care so much about politics, but why? What is your reasoning? I mean, because they're stupid?
Well, because if you know deep down inside, a woman really could never run this country.
Okay. You know that?
I do, and you know that, too.
Oh, I do. I'm glad that you're telling me things that I know. At least somebody is, right?
All right, so Allie and Joe, let's say you guys have dated, right?
Yeah, I
You're
guess.
dating friends. Is any bigger than that? Is this, exclusive or it's kind of open-ended?
Open-ended.
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally. And I mean, at this point, if I'm now finding out that he's he's president of the He-Man Woman Haters Club,
Thank you.
that's not really a good thing. I mean, you should be very, women are very independent now. They don't.
You should come down and smack him.
He needs to be smacked. And what is it? Okay, what if I did come in and smack you? What would you do?
As a joke or just seriously?
Seriously, she came in and smacked
if I came in and I was really mad at you and I was like, that is so rude, and I just whacked you, what would you do?
I might give you a little shove.
Really? And that would make you
now last night you were saying you'd punch a woman in the face.
Yeah,
now
you know
it's
what
down
he
to a
told
little.
me?
Well, I mean, if she's going to come here to smack me to prove a point, I mean, that's a little
you know what he
ridiculous.
told me? He said if any girl hit him, this is what he said to me. If any girl ever hit him, he would kick her in her C.
Right.
You next time.
You said that to a girl.
Kick her in
Right
her
in his
C.
C.
Kick her C up to her throat.
That's if she kicked me in the bees, though.
No, that is not what. That is totally not what was said.
Now, didn't you also tell us a story about throwing a girl across the room?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought a $1,500 Fender Stratocaster, brand new
big
guitar.
whoop.
What do you mean, big whoop? It was a great guitar. She gets mad at me and throws it. It clangs off a song, leaves a dent in my brand new guitar, so I threw her across the room.
You smack her off the wall?
No, I gave her such a great shove, though. She went flying.
So just like a double-handed shove?
Yeah, she went far. I didn't think she'd go that far.
And you scared her, right? I bet she never did that again.
She
you
sat
learned
and
her a
cried.
lesson, right?
She sat there and cried for 15 minutes, and she knew not to touch the big man's guitar.
You should be instead of Joe Poo, you should be like Joe Diarrhea of the Mouth, because that's what you have right now.
Oh, am I offending you?
No, but that's so rude. Why would you even think of, because somebody touched your little toy, and you have to throw them across the room?
And it's illegal, too, isn't it?
Yeah, that's so wrong.
Yeah, you can't throw a Strat in this country.
By the way, do you even play guitar?
Yeah, I play guitar.
I never heard you.
Well, it's dented now, Ronnie.
Yeah, he can't play it anymore because it's ruined.
It's not ruined. It's got a dent in it. It took its value out.
Now, I hope Allie's a friend of ours. We've known her for a long time. We've known her longer than we've known you, Joe. I would hope you would never, in a fit of rage, throw Allie across the room.
Well, you should hope that she would never walk up to me and just poke me in the eye or give me a shot in the
Well, you know what?
nuts.
Let me just, say something to Joe. I'm just going to, forewarn you. Throwing me across the room or smacking me around or trying to, quote-unquote, put me in my place, that would be career suicide for you.
I'm on a career suicide path already. What
Only
are you gonna do?
because, and I think Ron and Fez will agree with me, this business is such a very, closed, small world business. And you never know where you're going to be in a year or 5 or 10. And you never know. One day
Blah,
you may
blah,
be coming to
blah,
me for a
blah,
job.
blah.
I'm shaking in my Nikes.
I'm just telling you. Look where I was 10 years ago. I was interning,
Yeah, but if a
working with
woman
Opie.
is big enough to hit a man, she's big enough to get hit back, and that's the point.
You're
No.
saying this to a girl you're dating.
That, right, you're
What am I
saying...
gonna
That's how
lie to
he
her?
talks to me. And then when he said
Why do
that-
you talk to her like she's a whore?
Exactly.
I don't talk to her like that. You see, she asked
No,
me.
you used the C word with her today. You said you'd kick her in the C.
I didn't say kick her personally in the sea.
But
I
you
said
still
kick a woman
said
in the
it.
sea.
You still said it. That's so rude.
Because, you know, before I talk to you, like, you don't really think like that, do you? Of
I was
course
saying that.
do.
I'm like, you're just kidding, right? Like, this is just a joke? And you were like, no.
Ha-ha.
You were serious. And I was like, all right, well, you know what? I got to go because I got to get back to work.
Now,
Like, that's whacked.
Allie, you got a great new job in the record industry. I guess if this progresses with Joe, your relationship, you'll be quitting that job to work in the home?
Right. And that was another thing. I was like, so you expect, like, I said, when you grow up and you get married and do whatever, are you going to have your wife stay home and
when
not
you grow
work?
up. When you
Never
grow up, talk about
happened.
talking to you like you're a bitch.
No, it will never happen. She's right about not growing up. But if you are married to a person and the female bears the children, she should stay home and take care of them.
Oh, in case the male bears them, then he should stay home. You idiots.
Well,
No,
that's
if
what,
she
like,
bears children.
that's just nonsense. I mean, some
Now, did
women
your
are
mom-
very...
did
Like
your
me
mom work,
personally,
Joe?
I've been on my own for like so many years that if I was to settle down and get married right now, the fact of merging with somebody else would be completely crazy for me. Like, I need to have my own money, my own stuff, to buy my own things, regardless of whether or not you're married.
Well, when's Joe going to get his own stuff and his own money?
Right.
When he grows up.
Or do you give him an allowance?
He probably does get an allowance, but
Oh.
I won't go there.
Well, you're so foolish to say that you're on your own. I mean, if you had a guy that was making more money than you would probably lurch off of him.
No,
Lurch?
I wouldn't. I could never do that.
How do you
I
lurch
could
off
never go to a
You
guy
work
and
as
say,
their butler and play the harpsichord.
I could never go to a guy and say, hey, you know what? I need $20 so I can put gas in my car, or hey, I saw this like great like outfit I want to buy. Can I get $50 so I can go to the store?
All right, when you guys go out, when you go to dinner, who pays?
She won't let me.
She pays for everything.
No, she won't let me pay for her.
I did.
All right, so what do you pay?
So it's Josh?
She told me one day, when I go out with a guy, I pay my own way.
I did
do
not
my
say
own.
that.
You told me that.
I never said that.
It was friggin' McDonald's. I tried to buy you chicken nuggets. You wouldn't let me.
You are all class, my friend.
I know, he really is.
All right, let me ask you this. Who gets on top? Has Joe been up there yet?
I don't know.
You know I'm on top.
Yeah, whatever.
Are you sure?
The whole time, Joe? Or just the end?
I get a little tired towards the end.
What about if you're out drinking? Who's buying the drinks?
We've
go
bought
round?
drinks before.
I buy drinks.
Yeah.
All right, what if you're double dating with Darlene and Jesse? What's going to happen? Who picks up the tab?
Well, I guess Joe Poo would, since he's like the big famous radio guy.
Now, I saw you guys fighting the other day. What were you guys fighting at the Lights Out party?
Yeah, what was that about?
Well,
Joe smack you?
No, she was sick and she thought she'd take it out on the world.
No, I didn't feel good. And you know what? By the way, I was sick all weekend. And do you know who didn't call all weekend to see how I was feeling?
Let me guess, me?
Joe.
Joe Poo.
Excuse me, I was sick a week before that, came out to Long Island, was allergic to your animals, had your cat step in my eye while I was laying in your room. You didn't hear me bitching and moaning.
Whatever.
I can't stand a cat stepping into my eyeball.
Fezzy, is it just me or do I hear wedding bells?
I do.
Look, all I'm saying is I'm not going to like sit here and air all of the little arguments, but
Well, let's go over just the main ones.
Yeah.
The main
the
ones
whole
are what?
women thing is just not very nice, and you should really be nicer to women because you don't know where you're going to be or when you're going to need to depend on them to help you out one day.
Joe?
And if you have this whole attitude that you're better than women and that women suck and whatever.
No,
then
women
you're not
have
gonna-
that attitude now.
Joe, would you not work for a woman program director or a woman general manager?
Could you do that?
Yeah, I guess I would. If I really wanted to be there.
So you're not a guy of your convictions at all.
If you had your own show and your station was at a place where a woman was the PD, and you had to work directly with her with your show, would you do it?
Then no, because I've seen what some program directors do, and They don't do much.
Well, what about women?
What program directors have you seen?
You don't
In your
want Jeremy.
experience?
He's saying he knows Jeremy, and Jeremy does nothing.
Hey, don't put words in my mouth.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, I knew you were upset at the lights out party, and you walked over. I was sitting down in the office, and you walked over to me, and you said, Fez, I don't know about that Joe Poo.
Yeah, well, he was being really mean to me, like, that whole night. And before we left, he was like, don't drink too much. You're taking Robitussin. And I was like, okay, Dad. Which,
Jeez, Joe.
was that, like, his way of showing concern? Okay, that's
Or control.
nice.
Maybe it was showing control.
I didn't say don't drink. I said don't drink as much as you are and smoke doobies and drink Robitussin like it was on sale.
We had doobies?
He said, don't drink too much. You're on the Tussin.
Because it was 3 o'clock in the morning. And you were...
This was before we left.
You're the
Before we
Tussin
left.
cousins.
Before we left, you said that. And I was like,
You
okay,
were
whatever.
trashed.
He's showing concern. Oh, that's cute. And then when we came back, I was like, hi, trying to be nice. And he was just like, hey, what's up? Like, didn't want anything to do with me. Was Mr. I'm going to go be over here by myself. And very unsocial. And I was like, okay, whatever. Like, I thought he was mad, but I'm not going to sit there and follow him around and be like, are you mad? Did I do something wrong?
You're lucky
It's like,
you
look,
didn't get...
you have the opportunity to talk to me. You talk to me now, or you can take a walk, buddy. Because I don't play that.
You're lucky you didn't get thrown across the room.
Joe, she don't play that.
I'm lucky I didn't get thrown across the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Now that I know these things, I'll be like walking on eggshells when I'm around him because I don't want to, I don't want to get the toss or anything.
Good for you. You're learning, kid.
Yeah. You're teaching me a lesson. I'm so
Fezzy,
glad.
I thought this whole thing was too good to be true. There ain't no way they're staying together. There ain't no way.
You know what?
It seems like very little hope. Now, when Allie came to me and said she had a problem with Joe Poo at the lights out party, rather than get into it, I just went like this. Maturity. Right. And that was the end of the conversation. That was all I needed to say. And I didn't even know what the problem was.
That was it.
Immature.
But you know what? It's not that, like, I mean, I like Joe, and he's a lot of fun, and he's cool, and all that good stuff, but I don't understand, like, I don't know, like, he's just very moody sometimes, and maybe, I don't know,
What's
maybe
wrong
he's got
with you,
some woman
Joe?
issues or something. That's what, and now with all this coming out about, beating up on women and stuff, that's not good.
No, not beating up on women. I'm not a drunkard that smacks my wife around. Yet. It's not like that.
Uh-oh. Here comes the Thundercats episode again.
All right, hold on. Here's some people want to help you guys out with your relationships.
Oh, great.
877-692-1027. It's Joe Poo and his girlfriend, Allie, who were getting along pretty good for a while, Fez.
2 weeks.
Now there seems to be a lot of problems, a lot of different issues.
Remember how happy they were at the Christmas party? I'll never forget that.
Hey,
Right?
Joe.
Hey, Joe.
This is your buddy Joe over here on Long Island. Joe, what you need to do is you need to dump that bitch first off, man.
Oh.
Dude, what you should do is push her in front of a PATH train next time you stand on a platform with her.
Why are you laughing, Joe?
Joe, you better not.
Joe, I would totally do it. Dude, listen to that voice, that yenta yap. Okay, I would kill her. Okay, pull an OJ on her. And you'll get away with it, just like OJ.
Why are you laughing, Joe?
Death is illegal, sir.
Well, push her in front of the train. Make sure nobody else is on the platform, and they don't see you.
All right, thanks a lot there, Joe. Now, Allie, did you expect Joe Poo to stick up for you there?
I normally would because I would think that he'd be a gentleman.
But
and
you're
stick
so
up.
independent. I thought you were going to handle that on your own.
No, see, that's the whole thing. I don't want to come across as like this, like huge. I don't need no man.
Oh, you did that perfectly when we went to a wrestling event last week, as you know, Raw.
Right?
I don't need no man to buy me this. I buy my own diamond rings.
What?
Whatever.
They were selling diamond rings at the wrestling matches?
I didn't say that. No, I'm just saying that I'm independent and I can take care of myself, but that doesn't mean that you don't have to be a gentleman.
Seriously, you're not being a gentleman,
Joe. Totally
Joe.
contradicting, because if it is, then I'll correct
Well,
myself.
you get on my ass that I don't tell you what's wrong. Maybe I'm a loner and I don't want to share my emotions with you.
Okay, well then that's your deal. You have little issues that you have to deal with, and it's not my
No.
place to help you work them out.
I don't have to deal with
You're
them.
like half a retard, Joe.
Allie, has he ever done this? Because he does it with us. When he's in a bad mood, he stomps down to the office and pours a big tumbler of scotch.
No, but I've heard about that.
And then complains that his tummy hurts afterwards.
I've heard about that, and I think I've gotten a couple of those calls post-scotch.
Oh! I was never rude to
Does he sit around and say what pricks we are, Allie?
No, not at all.
Because I'll stomp
Actually,
him. If I even hear it off the street, I'll stomp him.
No, he really loves you guys.
All right, Allie, I got to put you on hold, and then we'll come back, okay?
Okay.
All right, it's Joe Poo, which sounds like he's breaking up with his girlfriend tonight. And this is all real.
Yeah.
Because we're not really good enough to prepare something like this.
Right.
877-692-1027, Ron Fez.
Ron and Fez.
Frequency.
1027 WNEW.
Joe Poo fighting with his girlfriend on the air.
She's taken exception to some things he said last night about women in general after he got mad at the dominatrix. Plus, it turns out there's been some other arguments that we're finding out about, other issues.
Want to just apologize to her, Joe?
No, I don't apologize.
Allie doesn't apologize, honey.
What's that?
Joe doesn't apologize.
I know. I found that out. And he also never loses an argument, too.
That's true.
And he told me that the first time we argued. He said, you will never win an argument with me because I've never lost one to date. And I'm like, wow, I don't even keep track.
Were we having an argument?
Well, that one time we were arguing.
Did I win?
What were you guys
course.
fighting about?
What was the argument about that time?
I don't even remember. It was just like a little petty thing. It was not even anything that was... It was something really, like, that didn't even... Who cares?
I think it was an argument over who wins arguments.
It probably was. But I was like, okay, you win. Because I'm not, I don't want to argue.
Do you guys think this relationship's going to go anywhere? Does it look about it?
Yeah, it has potential.
I think it has potential.
This is sad because it seems like you're at the end of it, and this would be like if Ronnie and I's daughter and son got together. Wait a minute. That wouldn't be good.
That wouldn't be good. No, I think it has potential.
This thing's a train wreck.
I guess I have to learn to, like Joe has, like I said, he's got issues, and I think he'll admit that he has issues.
No, he won't.
Okay, well.
I'm worried he's going to hit you. He says he hits women.
And that's the only thing that bothers me. Like, everything else I can deal with. But if he honestly, truly means and feels that if a girl was at a place and she dropped his guitar or threw his guitar and he had to throw her across the room, that is mentally not right.
What animal would throw something that I really like?
All right, here's the thing. Joe has admitted a former girlfriend that got thrown across the room.
He beat her.
Yeah, because she threw his guitar. Now, Joe, last night with the dominatrix, you were screaming, any woman who hits a guy ought to get hit back. You didn't get hit. Your guitar got thrown.
Yeah, good point.
And you still hit a girl.
That was my soul.
Oh,
Joe was a guitar.
Are you
please.
like this? I didn't know you were a fanatical guitar player.
I know.
Not a fanatic.
He's trying to tell us he's Stevie Ray Vaughan
Right,
at this
he's
point.
Why don't you ever play any on the air?
It was a special edition guitar, I'll have you know.
Do you ever play on the air? What are you waiting for?
I have played on the air.
Where?
Sorry, John Lee Hooker. We didn't know we hit your soul.
No, basically, another thing is I don't like to be pushed around. And if I see a woman's going to be pushy, I have to tell her where her place is.
Well, Allie.
Apparently, it's on the floor.
Allie, there you have it, honey.
I think it's give and take, though, don't you think?
No, see, you want to go to the mall? Go to the mall by yourself. I don't want to do that.
He'll give you the back of his hand. You ask him to go to the mall.
Well, see, that
You get
bothers
sexually.
me. I mean, there's really no, compromise you can come to with this.
Sexually, you get a little rough with him, Joe? Like to choke him?
I'm more of a passionate guy.
You like to slap him a little bit? Let him know who's running the show?
No, there's nothing against that, is there?
No wonder he won't
Don't make you a bad person, no.
No wonder he won't take his boots off during sex. He needs something to kick with.
Right in the sea.
All right, here is Monique. She wants to help you guys. Monique, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, Monique.
Hello.
Yeah, what can we do for you, honey?
Joe, did your mother used to treat your father like that? Is that why you're traumatized?
She didn't hit him. She threw chicken at him a couple times.
Chicken? Raw?
Raw chicken, uncooked. Yeah, cook your own dinner.
Oh, my God, because you really have problems.
I think so, too.
Do you think he has problems, Monique?
Yes.
All right, the girls think you're wrong here, Joe.
No, I mean, the thing is, did you ever date one of those women who just, for no reason, they'll pull your hair really hard or give you a shot in the bees?
Is that why you're bald?
You know what?
Is that how your mom was?
That's how it is.
I think his mother used to treat his father like that. He saw it as a child and said, I'd never be treated like that.
You see that, Joe?
Hey, whatever it is, I'm fine with it.
All right.
I think it all goes back to the Thundercat beating.
All right, thanks, Monique. Allie, one word of advice, or 2 words actually. Get out. Get
Run
out now. The same
you know
thing.
what's funny? Like, why didn't you mention all this stuff when it was the estrogen gang in there on Friday night with all the girls?
Right, when you're in there chasing ass all night after Allie goes home sick.
Poor Allie.
I mean, I didn't feel good, but I wanted to come out because I wanted to hang with the girls.
I saw him in the middle of a girl pile.
And he didn't have anything to say then about how girls shouldn't do this or girls
Right,
shouldn't
you
do
weren't
that.
such a badass then.
Well, that's my opinion on it, and I don't have to go around to women that I'm not going with.
He goes with her.
Oh, does he?
All right, Allie.
Allie,
I'm sorry. It's your own fault if you date this guy. I'll tell you the same thing I told Nicole Simpson. Get out.
Well, we'll see. If he calls me later, maybe I'll talk to him off the air. But he probably won't because he stopped calling, too.
that sounds like an ultimatum.
Take a hint.
No, he won't. It's okay.
Sure.
I don't care.
Allie, I knew you first, and if you're breaking up, I picked you to be my friend.
Aw. Are we in high school now?
Yes.
Whose side are you going to be on?
She's now taking
I'm on yours.
Now taking an attack on Fez because he's stuck up for you. You'll have both of them swinging at you, honey. All right, we'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye, guys.
Bye, Allie.
Well, we tried to fix that one, Fezzy, and I think it was a stalemate.
Ron and Fez, 102.7 WMEW.